Hi. Okay. One, two, three. Welcome to another video of World of Engineerings. Today I'm gonna take you through issues related with RC helicopters, and specifically lifting up and taking off, basically. Here I've got a few RC helicopters, as you can see. These two are basically dead. This one still works. So I'm going to go through all the possible issues with the lift issues. These two are 3-channel helicopters, one of those cheap $20 one. This is supposedly it's a 4-channel one, because these two motors here can give you ability to go right and left, as in I think they call it yawing. The issue with that is what I found, that it couldn't lift. Doesn't matter how much I charged the battery or not, how much it pushed up, it couldn't lift the weight up as if it was heavy or something. So there are, I think, 4 possible scenarios that could go wrong, and they could cause lift issues. First thing, obviously, you might say it might be a battery, and with these, they're not lithium ion, they're lithium polymer, I think, batteries. So first thing you need to do, is already open the screws here. For this specific one, there are screws here. Just take it off. This is the battery, and I already cut the wires off on mine. Let me zoom in. Alright. So this is the battery for my helicopter. As you can see, 180 milliamp is nothing. It's 3.7 volt. Now, in my case, the issue wasn't the battery, because what I found out, I fully charged it, and the way I tested the battery was, while it was fully charged, turn it on and start trying it, basically rotating the blades and attempt for a lift. And I measured the voltage. The voltage did not drop or anything, so that means the batteries are healthy. Let's say if your voltage at the battery terminal is 3.8 or 9, and while you try to lift in the first couple of minutes, nothing will happen to that voltage, and it's stable, that means your battery is good. So the issue is not the battery. Nevertheless, what I'm gonna do, I'll cut these batteries anyway. I'm gonna connect it to the solar, basically, terminals here, so I can easily replace the batteries when I want, by just a terminal. So my issue wasn't the battery. It could be a battery issue, not enough current or juice in it. Second thing that's possible is these blades. If the condition of your blades are really bad, and when I say really bad, I mean like something like that. I mean, this is broken up, that's obvious, but like some sort of tear. I mean, as you can see with the one below it, for me, I've got sticky tape on it. So basically it was tear down, because this is like, very cheap RC helicopter, and so this one was 20-25, and this one is $30-35. So they will wear out very quickly. I would recommend replacing these, and I replaced this one. Have 2 types of blade. The upper blade, which they usually call it blade B or 2, and the lower blade, which is A or blade 1. And each of these blades have their own functionality. So second thing could be these blades. The third factor could cause the lift issue is actually your connection from these blade holder, the black one, to the shaft. Okay, just change the angle, so that might help. So I'm gonna use my knife to point, that's easier. So as you can see, what will happen, that's the case. It doesn't matter if you got a $500 helicopter or $30 helicopter, the connection, or how solid it is between this, how solid the connection is between the shaft and this upper blade holder. And there are different types of holding mechanism. One is the cheap one, the glue it. The other types that they're screwed in. In my case, if I try, I'm going to zoom in. Zoomed in. So as you can see, I've got a screw here, and this screw basically goes into a like indentation into the shaft. It doesn't screws into the shaft, it basically holds the shaft, so, and makes this bit very secure. So when this shaft rotates, this one will rotate with it at the same rate. It's interesting, you know, you will see the blade rotate, but there is no lift, and the reason it rotates and there is no lift, that's the shaft, it's not basically rigid or strong hold on it, and that's why the power that these motors are delivering to the gears are not enough to be transferred to the blades. Some of them will be lost into that basically looseness here. So what you need to do, you need to open that up, make sure there is not much wear. I'm gonna open it. That's the flips. Here, that was over there. Just pull it up, and that's it. So what you see, zoom a bit more. Here, there's another shaft inside this, and there's another shaft here. So actually there are three shafts inside each other. Bigger one, smaller, and smaller. And I don't know if you can see, there's a very small indentation, indent here. And that goes, you gotta align it with this hole here where the screws goes. And because they're so cheap plastic, I mean, these things have life. I mean, after how many hours of use, you know, you gotta wear down this plastic inside here, and it becomes loose, you know, it will wobble. What does that mean? That means you lose the energy we transferred. So I tested that for my helicopter. This bit was good as well. So I moved down to the lower part and checked the same thing on the lower blade, and unfortunately it wasn't that one as well too, so I couldn't fix it there. And then I moved further down. So what I did, I disassembled everything, and when you disassemble things, basically you ended up with this bit. And what is that? Is basically there are three motors here. There are two big ones which drive and those two big blades, and there's one small one which usually drives the blade on the tail. Well, at least in other types of RCs. In this RC, this one, there are actually 2 other extras as well here. So we got a total of 5 motors. So going to that bit of detail there, I've got another sample here, plenty of these breakages. As you can see, there are 2 gears here, and again, that's another cheap plastic gear, and it has a life, and as you fly it, it wears down. And there is another gear, got a sample, which is this. It's this one, which goes on drive shaft of these motors to rotate these. So basically these 2 gears, this one and the one that goes on the motor, they have to be in really good condition. As you wear this down, what will happen is you basically, again, losing that energy that I was talking about. You're losing that momentum. And because the way these helicopters are designed, the smallest changes in energy loss or efficiency will basically keep you on the ground, because they don't have much power. So that's where you lose the power in these gears. And interestingly enough, in my case, the issue was the gear. And I'm gonna try to get a close-up shot of gears and how I discovered it. We're looking at these gears a bit closer. So these are the small gears that mounted on the motors, and this is the big one. So the alignment of these are extremely important. Get a tweezer. So at these two, as they wear out, the gears on them won't basically slip on each other. So let's say every rotation of these will lose, I don't know, 5-10% of the power or the speed, and that's what gets you. And how you can detect it is a very simple test, and that's by while this is assembled, you just need to hand rotate it and just feel it. Just need to rotate these blades with hand and see how it feels. Just keep rotating it, and if you feel that the bit of something stopping it, or it's not as smooth, that means there's some sort of like burden or issue with gears, that, or they're not basically clicking into each other. Alright, so as I earlier mentioned, these things have very small batteries. Now, what if you put a bigger batteries in this, and can you run it for longer or make it stronger? Not really. As I said, these are very conservatively designed. That means, like, if you add a few grams on that, this will like significantly reduce the performance, or even not. If you, let's say, bigger battery, it would not even lift, most probably. This was 180 milliamp. You probably can get away with 250 or 300 milliamp, but anything bigger than that, this thing have a hard time lifting up. And with batteries, I just soldered this together. Yep. Okay. Need to assemble it properly, but you know what I mean. Okay. Whoa! It's going everywhere. So going back to batteries, so what I meant was, putting some sort of terminal here, and soldering this there to the helicopter so I can easily clip it on and basically replace the battery if I want. And also what I did, I connected two batteries in parallel. This was the original battery of the helicopter, and I had this in my stuff lying around there. I think that was actually for one of the helicopters. Look how small it is. For the other helicopter was this one, and just thought, you know, this is not going to make a difference. I thought, why not chuck it there. So I think I have enough lift here. By the way, the poster I have back there, it's the Pacific Rims movie poster. Anyway, so I'm just gonna ramp it up. Oh, definitely I can feel the lift. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and thumbs up if you like it, and if you have any comments or questions, just write it down below here. Thank you.